So I ended last night's video without telling you guys how this tasted. I'll tell you right now. Oh man, that's so good. Good morning. You know, so if you have an opportunity to make this homemade, it is well worth it. It is so much better than what you would buy in one of those pop cans at the store. I can't begin to tell you how delicious this is. We're probably going to make it again before this pandemic is over. Next time, I'm going to make cream cheese icing for it. This coffee is good too. I believe it's Peruvian coffee. Well, would you look at that? It's raining again. So what you baking?
Well, right now I'm doing the blueberry pound cake.
Michelle has gotten in the baking mood after she saw me make that bread yesterday. Well, the cinnamon rolls.
That's all right. I don't know, I was in the mood Friday. Not really now, but you know, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because the cherries are out and they're ready.
Yeah, you spent a couple hours last night pitting those.
Like 10 minutes. Okay.
What I was going to say is we are not going to turn this into a baking channel.
No.
No. We're going to show the finished results, though. What? What were you going to say? Go ahead.
I don't know. Nothing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. She's making the blueberry pound cake in a bundt pan.
Well, and I was going to say that I am living on the edge today because I'm using this pan.
It always sticks when you use that pan.
It does. And as you can see I've done the proverbial no-no.
Yeah.
You've dug at it. Use a knife to try and scrape it out. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do it again.
So why don't you use a loaf pan?
I never use a loaf pan.
It's a blueberry pound cake.
True. But my directions say...
Use a round pan. Why don't you use your other round pan?
I don't feel like it. I wanted to use this because it's pretty and I just want to try.
Okay, good luck. We'll check this out after you're finished and see if it has stuck.
This was a gift from my son and I want to use it.
Okay.
Right, Connor?
Sure.
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you melt the butter and then brush it on?
I've already thought of that. But I enjoy watching the chunks.
Okay. It adds more flavor.
It'll be fine.
Sure. Yeah, that's a lot of butter.
I believe we have a good coating.
That's a good coating.
All right, so then the next step is to just sprinkle sugar. Which, I don't know, maybe that's what makes it stick? I don't know. But anyway.
Probably, because it melts and it caramelizes.
I can't deviate from the recipe.
She does not want to deviate from recipes. I was telling her this morning that the bread machine worked better by adding the dry ingredients first. When she makes
bread in the bread machine, the stupid thing never mixes everything right, and the dough balls are separated and there's chunks off to the side because it calls for the water first, or the liquids. So I'm telling her, next time, try the dry ingredients first.
He doesn't have any butter.
Nope, that'll stick right there.
Okay, we'll find out.
And look, you're up the top. There's no coating all around there, so that's...
Who says the cake's going to go that high?
Well, it might. I don't know.
I think we'll be all right. Because if it sticks, it always sticks down in the bottom area.
Yeah. Well, it is Sunday, and I'm wearing my holy jeans. That was funny. She doesn't think I'm funny. So after you do this, you got to make something with the cherries too, right?
Yes.
Have you decided what you're going to do?
I'm thinking a cobbler. 'Cause it's easy.
Cobbler, it's easy, yeah.
I'm lazy. You think I'm lazy?
No, you're not lazy. And we actually have, I think, 2 more containers of cherries downstairs in the freezer. And the cherry tree will be producing 9 billion cherries coming up in a month.
These up, you know?
Yeah.
What?
Baking soda, not powder.
Baking powder.
You have powder? Mm-hmm. Baking powder. Not to be confused with baking soda.
The difference being?
One's powder, one's soda. Come on. The difference being, I don't know. I can't remember.
Does that have something to do with a leavening agent?
No, they're both leavening agents, and they both act differently in the leavening process. That's why when some recipes call for baking soda and baking powder, you get 2 separate leavening cycles. Egg time.
Sugar time again.
She's making the wet ingredient bowl.
And this does not use much sugar at all.
No, not at all.
What?
And you wonder why I have blood sugar problems.
Well, this is going away. We're not keeping this.
It has nothing to do with those sticky ones either, right?
There's not a lot of sugar in a recipe,
No,
is it?
no, not at all.
A little bit more. Did I read that wrong? 2 cups of sugar.
2 cups. This always had a lot of sugar in it. It's a pound cake. You know, interestingly enough, it only has 2 sticks of butter. We made a true pound cake.
2 sticks of butter is a pound, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh, are they a quarter pound?
I thought that a pound of butter is
The whole.
2 boxes.
Oh, I thought it was a box.
Maybe it's a box. Yeah, you know what? 4 sticks is a pound. That's what it is. Anyway, we made a true pound cake before, and it had 4 sticks of butter, apparently, and it had 12 eggs in it, I think. It was crazy. But you know what? It would taste delicious.
We'll cream together
She's not listening to me.
a cup of butter, which is going to be 2 cups of sugar, until light and fluffy. Then beat in the eggs,
Uh-oh.
one at a time.
There's not much of this left.
I know.
Is this all we have?
Yes.
That's not good.
Quarantine.
I don't think you have enough vanilla.
Oh, it'll be enough. 'Cause it'll be
Do we have the fake stuff?
maybe.
Or not the fake
I don't
stuff, but
think
the
so.
stuff that doesn't taste as good. Because it wasn't the best stuff. But you see, you should have saved it for situations like this. We have a lot of stuff. Look, we have all these spice racks here, which work really good. And then we have a whole bunch of extra stuff that's piled up here because we have too many things. I don't think we have any. We have anise. Ooh. See this stuff right here? This is what I use to make homemade butterbeer. Yes, the butterbeer from Universal Studios Orlando. It's so good. Maybe sometime I'll show you guys how to make that if I can get myself some of the proper cream soda that I need.
Your butterbeer is not good.
My butterbeer is delicious. It tastes just like the real thing. She's lying. It's good. I've had people taste it and say, yeah, that's really close to the real thing. It looks like chocolate chip cookie dough. This is cake batter with blueberries in there. We're going to be getting lots of blueberries soon, too. Do we have any blueberries left downstairs? I think that was it, wasn't it? All right, I need to taste this real quick to make sure there's enough sugar in it.
Needs more.
No, it's good.
Whoopsie. Casually.
I bet we move that closer. Doesn't that look a little thick? Or is it always that thick?
You know what I wish I had was my Pampered Chef.
Yeah, why aren't you using that?
Because
You shouldn't use wood to do this kind of stuff. You know that carries bacteria on it. You should only use it when you're cooking. That's what it's designed for. It's true. Actually, that's not wood, that's bamboo. I think bamboo is antibacterial, maybe? If you were to add brown sugar to that batter, it would be chocolate chip cookie dough. It's got to be so similar.
flour's about the same. There's no brown sugar.
That's why I say you'd have to have brown sugar.
Well, chocolate chip cookies, it's 3/4 of a cup of sugar. This has 2 cups.
Now what you making?
The gobbler. Cup of flour. And this recipe looks super easy. And this is for fresh cherries. Everybody was asking for cherry pie filling. And this is for fresh. So a cup of flour, cup of sugar. Next, more baking powder.
Since we're not going to the grocery stores anymore, this is why we're baking.
Yeah, we'll be out of everything.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of baked goods. We can have that stuff shipped in though. Of course, we could have meat shipped in too, I guess.
I'm hoping that little heart-shaped pan will be big enough.
The heart-shaped pan.
Do you know why I'm using that?
Because you love me.
That's right.
I have no idea why.
Because I'm making it with love.
Oh, okay. We are down to our last half gallon of milk. Oh no. Wouldn't you put the cherry cobbler in?
Again, I am just reading the recipe.
I figured the cherries would be
Yeah,
on
they
the
go on top,
bottom.
and then you kind of just stir with a knife, and then the dough bakes and comes up.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I do not believe it. You know, there is an easier way to make cherry cobbler.
Sure is.
Using a boxed cake mix.
Well, that's true. We don't have any.
Of course, then it wouldn't be homemade.
Mixed cherries with more sugar. Okay, perfect. Let's do that.
That's what we need. More sugar. Sugar gives us energy. Lots of energy. This is what 1-year-old sour cherries look like that have been in the freezer.
But they still taste good.
Yeah, they don't. The flavor's still good.
That's why you bake with them. You don't just eat them with cream or something.
You know what I would do too? I'd add some almond. Oh, you're draining it? Draining the juice? That's like the lifeblood of the cherries.
Well, there will be no more blood.
I forgot about that. There is where I hurt my hand.
He hurt himself.
It looks like it may be getting infected, and it.
You're fine.
Oh, that's painful. That is very painful. If you see it on the camera, it's definitely looking red.
You want almond extract in here?
I would put a little bit of almond extract. Spoiler alert, a lot of the products that you eat that are cherry have almond extract in it to make it taste like cherries for some strange reason, because sour cherries do not taste like the traditional cherry flavor that most people think cherries taste like.
Would you like to grab that for me?
Certainly, dear. I'll go right back up into this cabinet that I just salt in here. How about we put caramel in it? And we could have butterbeer. We could have butterbeer flavored cherry cobbler. There we go. It's pure almond extract. Is that just butter?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Very healthy.
This is it. This is it for you people.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Like I said.
There.
I don't know.
There.
I have my doubts. We'll see what happens.
It's done. It's done.
Beautiful. I think your baked items are baked.
So pretty.
Would you look at that? It's all on the top now instead of on the bottom, or vice versa, or whatever. Smells good. Is the other one got to stay in there a little bit longer?
Oh, I think it's done.
That smells good too.
Yep, done. And now the problem arises of how long do I leave it sit before I try to attempt to get it out before it sticks.
I don't know.
10 minutes?
Okay, so we are trying to get the cake out of the pan, and it is in there like glue. So Michelle was reading online that you should not use butter, which she used in heavy quantities, because it actually acts like glue. Even though the recipe said to do that. Yeah, it's
It
not.
works fine on the flat bun pan.
Yeah, the flat pans is okay. But anyway, in the bun pan, no. And they say that you should actually use, what was it? Shortening. I was telling Michelle, and the reason why they say that it's not good to use butter is because of the milk solids in it. But we use ghee on our popcorn, and that is butter without the milk solids. So I'm thinking that maybe that would work to brush that on first. And it'll actually probably even give it more flavor because the ghee tastes so good. I don't know.
Do it.
Gonna do it?
You do it.
Here, film. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm. A little stick. A little bit. That's not bad.
No. It's actually damp still.
And we did let it sit for 10 minutes. So we'll cut it here and give, I'm giving this to my neighbor, so I'll cut the half and she can have the good half. We'll keep the bad half.
It's on.
All right.
Perfect. Look, you can't even tell.
Yep.
Maybe you should wait a little longer.
Probably.
Can you hear all of that sugar? Like.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, please use the pan without the holes. We have a pizza pan without, no.
There's no sugar.
No, not at all.
No, there's not.
Now it's on the floor.
Always yelling at me. It looks smaller. It doesn't look as thick as it usually does.
Well, that would be because I use a different pan, which is a different size.
Why didn't you want to use that? Oh, that's right, because this is pretty. Let's get a close-up of the inside. Blueberry pound cake. So far today, it's not been a very productive day. It's already dinner time, and all I've done all day is research products, like a new grill, a new truck, eat lots of bad foods. Yeah, that's been the day. So let's make some dinner. Alright guys, nothing super fancy tonight. I just have some chicken thighs with bone and skin, and I'm just going to season them up. Garlic powder, some onion powder, some black pepper, salt, some paprika, we're running out of paprika. Now I'm not going to do anything fancy with these, no sauce or anything like that. It's just going on the grill. And when it's done, we're going to eat it. One more thing. I usually like to put this on before the paprika so I can see how much I put on. But anyway, this is cayenne pepper. Let's use the sprinkler. Give a little bit of kick. That's it. Let's take it out to the grill. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the center burner because I'm going to do indirect heating or indirect cooking. It is still raining out. Oh no! Everything is breaking! Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've been using aluminum foil, so I hope that these don't burn on me or stick really bad. Trying to keep them out of the other burners. Ooh, did you hear that? Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. And then we will let this go for about an hour or so. I'll check in about a half hour. The chicken is finished. And today's word of the day is sticky, because the chicken stuck to the grill. I had sticky buns for breakfast, and Michelle's blueberry pound cake stuck to the bundt cake pan. Here's dinner.
It's scary.
Broccoli Normandy without broccoli, because they don't put broccoli in broccoli Normandy anymore, apparently. Either that or that is broccoli that was really, really scared. Baked beans and the chicken. And I'm also going to have some homemade applesauce. Look, low sugar, low carb. Yeah. So tomorrow it's back to keto. But tonight, splurge. I think this needed more cherries. What do you think?